Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Right now, people are choosing to move to these Tampa suburbs than just about anywhere else in the Bay Area. And here's something you haven't heard in a long time. Home prices are starting to fall in some of these really desirable neighborhoods, and some of the best communities are on sale for the first time in years. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the Tampa suburbs that people are flocking to in 2025, what it costs to live there, who it's best for, and how to figure out which one might be right for you. We're talking walkable communities, top-rated schools, golf course views, and even some waterfront retreats. Now let's get into it. All right, so here's the thing. Tampa's not a hidden gem anymore. People are discovering the lifestyle, the no state income tax perks, the beaches, and yes, the sunshine. But not every suburb fits every lifestyle. Some are built for families, some are a better fit for young professionals or retirees, and if you pick the wrong one, it could mean longer commutes, schools that aren't the best fit, or buying into a neighborhood that doesn't feel like home. So let's break it down suburb by suburb. And if we've never met before, my name is Juan, Alcalá. We make videos that are all things Tampa Bay, what it's like to live here, what it's like to work here, what it's like to play here. And trust me, I've done all three. My wife and I moved down to Tampa just over 6.5 years ago with our kids, and it's easily been one of the best decisions we've ever made. I'm also a licensed realtor and a team leader with the True Living Group, and we've helped over 100 families relocate and invest to put roots down here in the greater Tampa Bay area. If that's something you're thinking about, there's a link to my calendar in the description. We'd love to help make your move a smooth one. Now, the first suburb that people are flocking to is West Chase, and this has actually been voted one of the best suburbs in Tampa Bay and in Florida. West Chase sits just northwest of downtown Tampa and is like the Swiss Army knife of the Tampa suburbs. It's a master plan community, it's beautifully maintained, and it's just 25 minutes from downtown and only 18 or 20 minutes to Tampa International Airport. What makes it most popular is its walkability to restaurants and shops and parks. It's got top-rated schools, golf courses, and community pools, which are fantastic. A town center that actually feels like a real town center. Yes, home prices are higher here, but the lifestyle is dialed in. It's a really diverse community as well, according to niche.com, which is great. So what does it cost to live here? The median single-family home that sold was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,603 square foot. These homes sold for right around $570,000. They were on the market for about 28 days. And the range of single-family homes goes from $400,000 on the low end up to $1.3 million on the high end. So you can definitely find a lot of opportunities here in terms of lifestyle. Again, you want to be on the golf course, you want to be in one of the hottest neighborhoods, you want to be in a gated community, you have those options. Well, what about condos and townhomes? Well, the median condo or townhome was a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,632 square foot, and there was only 2 of them that sold. So these numbers are going to be a little bit skewed, but they averaged $502,000. And they sat on the market for 41 days. Now you can find a condo or townhome starting out at about $220,000 and they go all the way up to about $605,000. And if you're looking for that polished suburban feel without being too far from the action, West Chase might be calling your name. The second suburb on our list is another great one. And if you're a family thinking long-term, Fishhawk is a strong contender. It's southeast of Tampa, about 35 to 40 minutes out, and it's built around community. What stands out to me here is they have A+ rated schools, some of the best in Hillsborough County, as a matter of fact. They got trails, parks, splash pads, and resort-style pools. A strong neighbors knowing neighbors vibe, which I know a lot of people really love. You'll see a mix of affordable homes and luxury estates, but almost everything is designed with families in mind. And if you're looking to pick up a home here right now, there are deals to be had. The median single-family home that sold was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,030 square feet, closed around $539,000. They average 73 days on market. Now, what are the range here? You can find a single-family home on the low end starting out at about $340,000, ranging all the way up to $1.495 million. So you can definitely spend some money up there. Well, what about condos and townhomes and villas and those types of things? Well, those were a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,600 square foot. They closed right around $355,000 and spent only about 10 days on the market, but there wasn't a whole lot of sales there. The low end there, you can find a condo, townhome, or villa for right around $245,000 and range all the way up to about $529,000 at the time of this recording. This is one of those areas where the kids are gonna ride their bikes to school and holiday parades still feel like a big deal. It's also an established neighborhood, and so is West Chase, as a matter of fact. I know a lot of the times people, they don't wanna necessarily be in those cookie cutter style homes, and that's what you're really gonna find here in Fishhawk along with West Chase. So just keep that in mind also if that's something that's really important to you. You're gonna find those, old growth oak trees, really nice communities that feel like they've been there a while. The number 3 suburb on this list is another great one. As a matter of fact, it was voted the number 1 suburb in Florida last year, which is awesome. And that's none other than Wesley Chapel, which has become an absolute boom town, by the way. It's northeast of Tampa, about 30 minutes to the border. It can definitely take 55 minutes to an hour to get downtown with traffic. We'll get into that in a minute. And it's grown fast, and I mean fast. Here's why. Tons of new construction, massive shopping centers. You've got Wiregrass, the Grove, and even the premium outlets. Technically they're in Lutz, but it's right there. New restaurants, great schools, and even man-made lagoon. If you've never been out to Epperson, this place is phenomenal. 7.5 acres. There's a slide, and you can paddleboard and kayak, and there's a beach. It's nuts. If you've never been there, you've got to check it out. It's also one of the most diverse housing markets we have here in the Tampa Bay area, with townhomes in the 300s and luxury estates pushing the $1.5 million marker. The median single family home that sold was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,260 square foot. You get a lot of house for your money. Closed at $508,005 and sat on the market for almost 90 days, 89 days to be precise. And the range was from $328,000 to $895,000 last month. But again, you can absolutely find a $1.5 million home there. The median condo or townhome was a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. That closed at $331,000 and sat on the market for roughly 73 days. And condos, townhomes, and villas, you can find those for that $280,000 to $450,000 range. If you want something that is new, modern, away from the coast, non-flood, non-evac, and packed with amenities, Wesley Chapel checks a lot of boxes. The number 4 hottest suburb in the area is Carrollwood, and this is where you're gonna wanna go if you love the idea of a classic established neighborhood. Again, talking about areas like Fishhawk, talking about areas like West Chase and Carrollwood. And Carrollwood's just adjacent to West Chase. It's closer to downtown, just 20 minutes, and it feels lived in a good way. Big trees, big lots, custom homes, not cookie cutter necessarily. It's perfect for folks who want space, character, and easy access to both city and suburbia. It's definitely the mix of the two. The median single family home, if you want to get a house there, was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,704 square feet, so a little bit smaller. They sold for an average of $430,000 and sat on the market for about 46 days. The prices range from $235,000 on the low end to, again, $1.15 million. And as you see this trend here where there's this huge range in these areas, but it does give a lot of diversity and a lot of housing options. If you're looking for that condo or townhome, that was a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,368 square foot house, so still a good condo or townhome. Those closed in at about $260,000 for condos on the smaller end and roughly $340,000 for townhomes on the higher end. And I'm blending the two there, so keep that in mind. We're on the market for about 49 days, and the ranges, you find something for sale, and it was in pretty rough shape for $111,000, and you can spend as much as $550,000 if you wanted as well. And whether you're upsizing or downsizing, Carrollwood's got great charm that newer neighborhoods just can't replicate, and it's got a Whole Foods in it, which I know people love, so just keep that in mind. Another great area to check out if you're interested in the Tampa Bay area. And this list is so hard to choose from, but honestly, this is one of my favorite suburbs. I gotta be honest with you, choosing a favorite from this list is really hard to do, but this just might be it if we were to ever move away from the beach. I don't know that we could do that, but if I was going to move to the suburbs, I think it would be Odessa. And if you're someone who's looking for peaceful tranquility, space, and maybe even a lake in your backyard, Odessa is where you want to look. This is where Tampa meets the countryside, so to speak. You'll find luxury homes on acreage, big front porches, and the kind of privacy that you don't get in master plan communities. Great for nature lovers, boaters, and anyone else who wants to trade in traffic for tranquility. We just moved a family out to Odessa. They bought a beautiful, a stunning lake home, and I gotta be honest, guys, I was like, oh, If we moved away from the beach, this is exactly where I would want to live. They got the jet skis, the whole thing. It's just awesome. Now, what does it cost to live in Odessa, right? The median price was $460,000. They're taking about 40 days to sell out there, and the range is wild, going from $350,000 on the low end all the way up to $2.688 million. Again, if you're gonna get lakefront with a huge lot, big house, 5 or 6 bedrooms, 5 or 6 baths, it's definitely not gonna be cheap, but you have that option. What if you're gonna do condos or townhomes? You're not gonna have as many options, again, because of the tranquil, peaceful lifestyle that is taking place out there, but there are some neighborhoods for sure with them in there that were 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, 1,335 square foot. Those closed right around $320,000, and they range from $215,000 to $425,000. If I had to sum it up, I would say this is more of a retreat style living than a suburb, and for the right person or family, it's exactly what they're looking for. All right, so let's zoom out. If you want top-rated schools and tight-knit communities, Fishhawk and Wesley Chapel are probably your best bet. If you love mature trees and classic homes, Carrollwood's gonna be your vibe. If you want walkable and polished, look hard at West Chase. If you're chasing space and serenity, Odessa is where you'll find it. And hey, if none of those quite fit, there are many more options. Keystone, Riverview, Apollo Beach, Safety Harbor, the list goes on and on here in Tampa Bay. And that's where I come in. If you're trying to find your place in the Tampa Bay area, set up a time to chat. I'll walk you through the pros and cons, commute times, everything you need to know. My link is in the description down below. Also, I'd love to know what suburb surprised you the most in today's video. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what community you're leaning towards. YouTube's gonna put 2 more videos up here that will absolutely help your search. And until next time, go out and live that Tampa life.